Hi, welcome to Easy Allotment up here at Malahide Allotments. Today I'm going to be planting out the tomato plants. This one here is a sun gold tomato. We planted it from seed in early March, and as you can see it's after coming on very well. If I pop it out there, you can see the roots are starting to come out the bottom here, so it's starting to get a bit root bound, so it's time to move them on. Here I use a good quality compost. We add in a cup of perlite, and this will help to aerate the soil, keep it warm, get the good water flow going between the roots, because if your roots get waterlogged, it can also kill the plant. So it's always good to add in something like perlite or something that'll get the roots plenty of room for the water to go through. We just simply pop it out, and a lot of people say that you should, when you're planting them out, bring it up as far as, if you can see this little leaf that's on the very bottom here, if you bury your plant just above that, the very bottom leaf, that's where you should bring it up as far as. Also, the other thing about tomato plants, when you're looking after a tomato plant, if you can see here where this stem is coming out, and then we have another stem that's growing out through the middle here, these are the little shoots that are going to come off, and they're going to try and take all the nutrients from the plant. So when the plant's a little bit bigger than this, it's not ideal to do it now because it's so nimble. But when it's a little bit bigger, what you need to do is, especially in the morning time when the plant is very hard, is to just pinch these little things out like that. And that way then you just give this stem here a good chance of growing. Same with this one here. This one here is a little bit bigger. You can see this is the one that's coming out here, and then this one here is going to try and start its own new little plant growing out here. So we need to pinch these out right down to the very butt. Don't leave any little stalk thing sticking out. Don't try and cut it off. You must pinch it out right down at the main stem, because otherwise you're going to leave your plant open for disease. That's basically it. Pop your plant in, push it down fairly firm, and that's basically it. This is a 35 litre bucket, plenty of room for the roots. It's going to grow to about 6 foot tall, and then what you do is, when it gets to whatever height you want it to grow to, you just simply pinch out the whole top root here, the whole top of the plant here, and then it'll stop growing and it'll produce just as much fruit. I use tomato plant fertilizer when watering them. Not all the time, probably every third or fourth water I use the tomato plant. Other than that, I just use ordinary water. Also, with all the tomatoes this year, I'm going to be doing what's called companion planting, and this is basil, and we simply pop it in. Well, I leave it in the pot. I don't plant it into the same soil as the tomato, just simply because it makes it handier then for taking it out and not growing in through the plant and trying to separate them and anything like that. So if I leave it in the pot like that, and we just simply dig its own little hole, pop it in there like that, and then it should look something like that. Companion planting is something that is only recently that they've started talking about, and basically it's the likes of basil is very good for tomato plants because it gives them a sweeter flavour. It keeps away whitefly, aphids, things like that, and it's supposed to make the plant healthier. But this is the first year that we've tried it, and and hopefully, who knows, we'll see, it'll we get nicer, sweeter tomatoes. Okay, talk to you soon. Cheers. So this is all my tomato plants now that I have planted for this year. We've put in 2 sun gold tomatoes, 1 beefsteak tomato, 2 ordinary tomatoes, as you call them, tumbling toms I think they're called, and this one was donated by my good friend and allotment partner Joe Hughes. This one is called a Vilma, and this is like going to come out like a bush, not like a tall tree, but come out in like a bush hanging out over the side of the pots. And as you can see with this one, I've actually sowed the basil straight into the ground with it, just to try it with that one. But other than that, it's all, the basils all go into the pot. And as I said, it's a thing called companion planting, and hopefully it works this year. So talk to you soon. Cheers, bye bye.